Hello. Next vlog starting right here. Boy, I tell you, it's exciting. When I edited the vlog for the week that I started all this work down here, I literally started the work on the first day of the vlog, on the Friday. And everything was still here. I had the cart here instead of over there. All the stuff piled in front of the boxes. Boxes in a huge mountain. It is much more manageable now. I'm very happy with that. It is Friday, and nothing has changed down here as far as any of this goes, but I did pull a small order. These are the new parts they got. One of each of all of those. This one is flat silver. And then they got one of each of all these, except for a 1x1 round reddish brown plate. And then this piece, the same piece as the other one, this is pearl light gray. So they are very similar colors, but they're different. This is a Dengar torso, and then there's some other figure parts here, and just a couple of random things. So we're going to get this packed up, but I have 3 more orders to pull. I just basically wanted to pull this one and get it out of the way, and then I'll pull each of the 3 orders, which are each a little bit larger than this, or at least probably a good deal larger. I wanted to have enough room for them, so I just pulled the one first. So we'll get this packed up, just take me a couple of minutes, and then we'll go back and we're going to pull those other 3 orders. It is probably just before when the vlog is going to get released. So yeah, we've got that coming. And yeah, exciting times. Thank you. Hello again. We have those next 3 orders pulled, and we'll take a look at them. So this top order was very interesting. It was just lots of brick and plate, 2x2 brick, 2x2 plate, 1x3 brick. There's 1x4 brick, 1x6 brick. Some of these corner bricks, a couple of 2x4 bricks, 2x4 plate. They got these 2 printed slopes, and these just went in recently with the new store. I remember those going in specifically. And then they got 2 air tanks, a black one and a pearl dark gray. They're very similar in color, but they are different. Some headlight bricks and a couple of these larger bricks here. So that's pretty much all that is. Second order, tile here. They got a 2x3 and then a bunch of the 1x2. Some jumper plates, those are new. And then the used parts kind of jumped all over the place. Some 2x6 plates, cheese wedges, an old wedge, some small windscreens. 2 of these wedge pieces on this side. Now, I don't know if I don't have any of the other side, but they didn't order any of the other side. So maybe I don't have any, or maybe they just needed that side. A couple of 1x2 tile in transparent yellow. Some Technic pieces. A couple of printed tiles down there. They're like speed gauges. And then these little hoses here. Those are kind of cool pieces. Third order. So they ordered 2 wands in the sprue, new. 2 different capes. And then this windscreen, new. And then used, they got some minifigure parts here. Some accessories, some weapon stuff. A few random normal pieces. Some printed pieces. A base to a motorcycle. 2 fins. Another single wedge on a different side, so there you go. A couple of tires, and then also a whole bunch of minifigures. Stormtroopers, some DC stuff here, these 4. Marvel on these 2, and then Harry Potter up there. So there's 4 different IPs. You've got Marvel, DC, Harry Potter, and Star Wars. So there you go. We're going to get all 3 of these orders packed up. It won't take too long. And we'll be ready to go to the post office. Probably got about an hour before I have to go there. So maybe another order will come in. Never know. I also, that one cape there, I had 2 of it. Now I have 1, so that's got to move to a onesie drawer. That's just the bookkeeping end of things, keeping things moving correctly. As always, thank you. And questions can go down below. Hello. It is later on Friday evening. I've been to the event that I have to do. That was an event at Bricks Rock. There were some people getting together to plan out a display they're doing at a convention coming up. And they're also doing a sale. And the sale was on these. They call these their Mega Box. It is larger than almost anything else. I mean, those buckets that I get are the next one up, and that's all they've got. But these were half off. And so I got 3 of them. One of them I had actually almost already filled because they let me keep it there until it's full, because it takes a while to fill it, generally speaking, the way I've been going through. But these I kind of had a time limit on. They were half off. And then I redeemed points and didn't pay for them at all. So yeah, they were all free, essentially, to me from having made prior purchases and whatnot at the store. Only other thing going on right now is I took care of the one part that needed to move to a onesie drawer, and I got contacted about this. I was missing the orange 1x3 tile in an order. They did not want to place an additional order, so we're sending this out with one of my tiles. That'll go out tomorrow. And let's see, that's about all I have. I'm sure there'll be more stuff at some point, but right now, that's all I've got. Thank you very much. Hello. It is Saturday, and it's late. Just finished up gaming, and I didn't really do anything else down here at all. I did buy another tote, though. I really didn't want to. I have so many totes, I didn't want to be buying more, but I've used them for a couple other things, like I've got 3 over there right now with non-Lego piled up in and on them. So yeah, what am I going to do? So I bought another tote, and I will probably skim off the top of that one into this one so that one closes. I do need to take care of a couple other things down here to get ready for next week. I also have 7 orders to pack. One of them is for somebody in the lug who'd like to get it tomorrow or Monday perhaps. That shouldn't be a problem, it's pretty small. Most of the other ones are relatively small, but there's one with like 600 or 700 parts, although one of the parts they want 300 of, so it's a little easier to deal with, and it's actually a part that I've got counted out, and I might have a bag of 300 already, so it'd be just like, whoop, grab that. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, that's got some stuff elsewise I have to get done upstairs as well to prepare for this coming week. But otherwise, I'm in good shape, and I should see some help here Tuesday. We're probably going to try to finish up anything that doesn't get done Monday. I'm also expecting some different help on Monday, hopefully still. I just messaged them a little while ago to find out if that was still on. Yeah, so just every little step helps a little bit. That's what I got going on. If you need any questions answered, leave them down below. And thank you very much. Hello. I'm over standing in the store. I decided after gaming tonight that I was going to open up the last box that was over against the cabinets over there. And I figured I'd fill up that last tote that I just bought, loose bulk, add it to the stack. I actually condensed a little bit out of the one so I could close it and got the lid for the other one that wasn't out here already. And then opened up the box and realized I don't really have loose bulk. I mean, there's a little bit loose, but something else appeared. And this is something that I knew I'd bought. I remember buying it. It was, well, let me double check. As I recall, yeah, it was $108. It was, I think there was some sort of a extra fee or something, but it was a buy it now on an auction on Goodwill. And I remember I had sorted it by newest listed, and there it showed up. It was newly listed, and I'm like, oh, well, heck, I'll buy that for $100 or $108. I think it was $199.99, and it was like, I don't know, it says $108 on the invoice. But this is what I got. All this stuff, plus instructions for several of them, some loose pieces, this Star Wars set, which is in bad shape as far as being complete, and then a bag of parts. Some of it probably go to some of the sets that are partially built here, but yeah, I mean, alone, the orange one, the Porsche, probably worth $400. I don't know, something like that. So yeah, and it was funny, I had posted a picture of this right after I bought it on the Lug Discord, and somebody had mentioned being interested. So I'll be posting another picture saying that I found the stuff, and we'll see what we can do. But it needs some help. I mean, as you can see, there's, you know, parts not really connected. I did pick it up by this, and it was, you know, it picks up fine. It's pretty sturdy as far as that goes. But yeah, and these two, the white ones and even the green one with the white piece, is very yellowed. It was probably stored in somewhere where there was direct sunlight. You can even see here, like, there's more yellowing here than on this side. So this was probably on the more sun side. I mean, even some of these gray parts are yellowing pretty badly. So, I mean, it would probably need some work to bring it back to life, as it were. Although the orange one, that orange looks pretty good. And it may just have been newer than the rest. But yeah, so yeah, I have something to do with all this stuff now. So, yeah. As always, thank you, and we'll see you in the next little clip. Hello. It is a bit later. And since I had ran into those Technic-Cars, which I went upstairs and I pulled this large tote and put them in there. Pretty much the entire purchase is in there. I even included the packing slips. I remember how much I paid for it. I decided to open another box, so I grabbed the one that was on top here, which is this box right here. It took me a while to go through it. This is the stuff that I pulled just in general. I checked a few things and tossed them in, and then I started holding them to check later. So this stuff, a few things I've checked, but there's more stuff that I checked elsewhere. It also came with this DACTA. I think it's People of the World is what it's called. I don't think it has the name on it. And they seem to all be in there. And there's some question in my mind whether or not it was sealed, because there was tape on the sides. But the tape isn't great. It was kind of coming loose, and it's kind of ripped over there on this corner. But it's still pretty cool. This also was something I got. This was something where basically I paid for that. I paid $23 for that, and I paid $5.99 for this. This is one of the monthly model builds they did. $5.99 might be a little bit much, but I was trying to get up to that, that weight limit where I could get more stuff for, I think, essentially the same shipping fee. And I'm going to try to collect them. So, at some point I'll go through and figure out which ones I need, and start looking for the other ones I need. But this is the other stuff that I pulled to look at. And so this piece, and I believe this piece, came from the Resistance Bomber. And I do remember seeing the Resistance Fighter in there, not Finch Dallow. So, didn't get that one. And then these figures are pretty good. They're probably like, I think, $5 to $12 a piece or so. So, not too bad. Same with most of these pieces here. There's a couple that were like $5 or $7. A couple of these helmet pieces were pretty good. The legs wasn't too bad. And then this TIE Fighter here, I'm pretty sure came from the Imperial Assault Carrier. And the reason I say that is because I found that too. And this helmet here is last 6 months sales average on this is $61 for just the helmet. And it sold 35 times. Or 35 of them. It's hard for me to tell without my glasses. No, 35 times, 35 different sales. Average $61. Just crazy. Just crazy. And current average is like 78. I didn't investigate what it is here in the U.S., but yeah, that pays for the entire lot. Because, or pretty much, like I said, I paid $23 for the DACTA, $5.99 for the poly bag, and the rest of the bulk I paid $40 for. With tax and shipping and a 66-cent donation, I paid $84. So, okay, maybe the helmet isn't quite the entire purchase, but it's darn close. So, yeah, I'm not too worried about this purchase making any money. But, yeah, that's what we got going on. I'm going to cut it here. I'm tired. It's late. I'll probably break that box down. I'm going to take these pieces and put them over here. Do something with those. But, yeah, I'm pretty much done. As always, thank you. Comments down below. Hello. It is Sunday. And I do have to head out to do something. I'm gaming elsewhere today. And I opened up a box. And it was lighter than normal. And this is why, because it was sets. So I've got this large Porsche 911 set. It is not sealed. It is opened. It's taped shut. However, the rest seems to be sealed. I've got this Super Mario set right here. The Piranha Plant Power Slide. I've also got this Star Wars 4+ set, the Resistance X-Wing. An Ninjago set, Lloyd's Jungle Chopper Bike. And then a hidden side set, El Fuego's Stunt Truck. And so I paid a little bit more for the Porsche 911 than I probably would have liked to have, because I got an itemized packing slip based on the fact that it was not sealed. But the rest aren't too bad at all. So we'll just add this to normal stock. I will probably look at the 911 box, open the tape up. The rest of it is just going to go with sealed sets for the time being, and we'll see what we're going to do with those. I probably have more of the hidden side set to go with, so I can actually perhaps part it out with the rest. So we'll see. As always, thank you. Hello. It is late on Sunday, and I am back from gaming. What has happened today? Well, I did earlier go through some bulk, and I did show some of the stuff. I did open up another box I didn't show. I just started to pull some pieces out, and then this is what's left to go through, so we'll have to pull through that and see what kind of cool stuff is in there. And I just got home, pulled a couple of orders. This one is for somebody in the lug. They're going to be picking this up tomorrow morning. And so we've got all these small pieces through here, and then there was 25 of this. So they fit 5 in each of those, just barely. So that worked out. In this case, I like using them because they're recyclable. You basically just keep reusing it. I don't have to use the zip bags, and most people seem to like it. And it works too because you can just like pull this out and then dump the piece in whatever container you've got that piece in your own collection. So we're going to leave that for them to get picked up tomorrow. This is the first order of a total of 8, including this one, so 7 more that need to be shipped. This is 2 of the Winter Soldier, and that's all they ordered, so we're going to get that pulled. It's already pulled. We're going to get that packed up and ready to go. Why did I do that? And I'll tell you why. That'll leave me with 6 orders left, and I'll do 3 and 3. There's 3 smallish ones, and I'll do those first, and then the 3 bigger ones, and I'll do those second. And so, yeah. But nothing is going to move ship-wise until Tuesday. Now, I do have some help coming tomorrow, a couple of people, and we are going to get into the crouch space, pull out Akro units, and start prepping them for use. And it's basically going to be pulling the dividers off the back and trimming the drawers down so that they are usable easily as opposed to not. I do regret not having done that as well on some of the drawer units that are already up. So, yeah. And then we will see what else we get up to. On Tuesday, I have another person coming, and I'm going to talk to them about spearheading, getting stickers for the drawers. We'll go over what the drawer numbers are and whatnot, get a file created, and then I'll take that file over to FedEx, Kinko's, and get them printed out. I'll bring the stickers and all. So, yeah, I think it'll just be a little easier that way than trying to take care of it myself, because I kind of don't like doing that job. So there you go. But that's what we got. We got a lot going on. I'll see how much I can get through tonight. As always, thank you. Hello again. I'm back, and I pulled the next 3 orders. They're right over here. This one here, this is all they got new. They got one of the Super Dogs, Crypto, tail, a couple of these transparent clear bricks with the stud on the side. That's kind of cool. Little tree base and the slope, and they're going to get a tile, so I just put it up there to remind myself. And then they got a whole bunch of minifigures, which is all sorts of things. So Ninjago stuff, there's a racer one, superhero girls, DC. Is there any Marvel? There might not be any Marvel. And so yeah, that's going to go out. And then these are the parts, and they got a lot of like weapons, utensil type things. Some strange things, the original pink here and the original pink here. They got this metallic silver slope as well. And then a bunch of printed pieces here, tiles and brick, and I think that they're just tiles and brick. Oh no, there's one other, the door in there. But yeah, so there's a, oh, and then this piece, this is kind of an interesting piece. This is what like one of the bucket loaders from a certain era would click into this to use as a fulcrum point, if you will. Got a tail here, another larger printed piece here, a single head, just lots of weird. And then this one's a weird one too. It's one of the older connector points for like a tractor trailer or something like that. It's just, there's lots of weird stuff in here. So yeah, we'll get this order out. And then even this one, this is not that common anymore. So there you go, with the finger joints on the sides. This order, they got one new piece. Just one, that little slopey piece there. And then these are the used pieces. Just some standard stuff, other than being dark red perhaps. And then this last order, they bought one new tile right there. These 2 used tiles here. And then this is the head to the original Hungarian horntail. It was an expensive piece. It was like $10. So yeah, we're going to get this stuff packaged up and sent out. And then I still have 3 more orders to pull, which are the bigger ones, which is kind of funny because this one isn't too shabby with having all those figures. But, you know, the figures are easy to pull, so it's not too bad. As always, thank you, and we'll come back with another update at some point. Hello. It is Monday, and it's actually Labor Day today, so there's no postal service, which is really good because I haven't finished packing orders yet. You'll notice that there's nothing stacked up on the stairs there like there has been in the past. I had a couple of people by to help out, and we went into the crouch space and we pulled out the Akro drawer units. And we're going to go around this way to find them. We originally did stack them in the aisles here and over here. They've moved over here. They've been deboxed. So they're out of the boxes now, and we've been going through and getting them ready for use, taking the dividers off the back, trimming the drawers down, just doing all that kind of work. So they sat on either side here. They had a good system going, and they're going to be back tomorrow because we still have more to do. We got through almost half of them, but that's also including the time that we had to go in and pull them out and then debox them. All the boxes are in a stack just outside the basement over here. I realize this is probably very boring content, but yeah, they're right over here. You'll see here I've got a large pile of boxes, so we'll move those at some point. I'm not too worried about it yet. I have to get ready for the carpenter to be able to move stuff in. Now I'm going to try to make it so that door can be opened as well. It also opens in, so this stuff will have to move. I may have to move all this because he'll have to get stuff this direction. This stuff I'll move for sure, but I may have to move some of this to get stuff in. I think once we get to this point, it's going to be a straight shot. It won't be that big of a problem. But yeah, we need to finish going through these drawers and prepping them for use. I also need to get on the task of getting the stickers ready, the labels. As I did mention, I was working while they were here working. I also was working on orders. I packed up two that were down here. One was kind of big, but not many different pieces, just lots of quantity. Still working on this one here. This is new parts here that I'm still working on bagging up, and then this is the used parts, and there's more down below, although not tons. So we'll get that packed up, and I have 4 more orders to pull. So yeah, they are smaller though. These 3 took me about an hour to pull. There was over 1,000 pieces total. It took quite a while, and so we were going to continue working on that. But yeah, that is what's going on, and you can see the headway we've made. Here is all the dividers that we've been keeping, and we will break those down later at some point, but for now that's what they are. Yeah, there's just stuff everywhere, and it is a mess because I had to move the stuff that was on the stairs to get in there, and I'm glad we didn't put it back yet because these 3 drawer units here we're going to need to replace because I'm not sure they're going to work because they have Velcro on the back. So yeah, I'm worried that thickness will cause them to not be mounted well. So we're holding off on using those. So I do need to go get 3 more. And also the 44 drawer units, I only have 15 of them. So I have to get one more to be able to create the entire island the way I want it, to have the one in the middle of each column. There's 16 columns. So yeah, but we will go through more stuff. We'll get the additional drawer units out of there. We did go into the other area that had some drawer units, but you can see stuff piled up here, stuff piled up further over, stuff just kind of everywhere. And it's a mess, but it'll get there. And so I also heard from my carpenter he will not be here tomorrow. He will be here Wednesday. And again, he's starting off with another project. So we probably won't have the completed assembled units until next week. At this point, I was really thinking if he was actually here Tuesday and he did other stuff and then he took Wednesday and Thursday, he'd start assembling. But yeah, I think it's going to be next week at this point, which is fine. It gives me more time to get things ready and done. Catch up on these orders for the very least. I'll probably be working on them more tonight because they've got to go out tomorrow, and who knows what more will arrive. I mean, it's only like 6 p.m. now or something like that. Might be a little after that. So that's what I'm doing, and just upheaval all over the place. We pushed some of these totes over here to create more room in the middle for the table. Yeah, it's just a continual round robin of moving stuff, but I do feel like I'm making some headway. As always, thank you, and we'll come back with some more updates later. Hello again. So I just spent 15 minutes or so doing a couple other things and then pulled 3 more orders. I was up to 5, so I decided to pull 3 and I'll pull 2 more. Maybe by the time I pull those 2, I'll have another one. So this order, they ordered 3 of these new dogs. Over here, they ordered the Centaur and this figure here, which I don't remember what it is, 5 of this flag and 2 of these chrome silver arrows. Down here they got a hairpiece in dark red new. And used, they got a sticker sheet. Now, I listed the sticker sheet as used. I don't remember doing it, but it's a little messed up over here on the one side. I think it was probably found in bulk, but I'm not positive. But yeah, there's a couple of like dings on the sticker sheet. So we sold that as used. And a couple of pearl light gray Technic pieces, and then these 3 Bionicle feet. Just 3. So maybe they're making a 4-legged thing and they already had one. I don't know. So we got those. And then down here, they got these 8 torsos. We'll look at those. So there's the front. And then the back has this green pattern on it. It's like an electric... I think this is the same pattern as their charging station icons. And then they got 8 of these legs. So I'm wondering if they originally came to the same character or not. I don't know. But they got 8 of each of those. And then one, they got this one fencing helmet, basically. Yeah. Oh, here's the front. So yeah, that's kind of interesting. But these are all 3 very easy orders. We're going to get these packed up and ready to go. And then we'll get to pulling the other ones. Thank you. Hello. We are back again. I finished packing those 3 orders and I pulled the next 2. It took me about 5 minutes to pull these. Very quick. Interestingly enough, both of them only ordered 1 new part. This one, it's a 2x4 dark bluish gray brick. And this one is a 1x1 trans orange brick, but it's with the mosquito imprint from the Jurassic Park stuff. This upper order, they got a lot of lime green, a couple of purple, dark purple pieces. Everything else pretty standard. 3 of the Travis bricks, though, so that's always interesting. And then down here, holy strange colors, Batman. Medium orange, reddish copper, violet, transneon orange, and this one is very light bluish gray. And then so we've got this one is the most common one. It's the transparent dark blue, but with a pattern on it. So yeah, I don't know if they were intentionally going after strange colors or if that's just the way it ended up, but there you go. So we're going to get these 2 packed up, and at that point, we are done unless more orders come in. So I'm going to relax, probably get something to eat, and then try to do a little bit of organization down here. I don't want to do too much. 2 people are here today. Are going to be back tomorrow to help out finishing with these. And then we'll probably get the cardboard boxes up. I have to find a place to put them because recycling isn't this week. It's next week, of course. But part of that might also depend upon when the carpenter thinks he's going to actually need to be able to get in down here with stuff. So if it's next week, I might push and bring the cardboard up over the weekend so it doesn't stay in the way in the office or wherever I end up putting it until I can take it out for the recycling. So yeah, that's what I got going on. No other updates at this point. All I've been doing is pulling and packing. And that's the way it goes. So it's what we're supposed to do here. Thank you. Hello. We are back in the basement. My help has been here and gone. Got a lot done. So, what did they do? What did I do? Well, I pulled more orders and packed more orders and went to the post office and came back. I took 18 orders to the post office. We were closed Monday at the post office, so that was... I think I put 1 in the mailbox late on Friday for them to pick up on Saturday. So it was basically Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and today, Tuesday. So 4 days, 18 orders. It's a lot. It kept me quite busy. I had the entire tote full, and then I had 3 boxes as well. These over here, I believe, are all of the 64 drawer units. Let me just double check that by putting my hand up here. Yeah, these are the small drawers at the bottom. And if they were the other ones, it'd be larger drawers at the bottom. So these are all the 64, or no, all 24 of the 64 drawer units here. The rest of them are in other places because I'm going to need to make room so that we can get this thing assembled in here. Let's see, over here, these are, I believe, 24 drawer units. Yes, these are 24 drawer units here. And I believe there's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. There's 12 there. And then I believe there's 12 more down here. Maybe not. I can't remember. We put more somewhere else. But these are the 15 44 drawer units right through here. I'm missing one. I'm going to have to order one. I keep forgetting to do that. And I'm missing... Oh, I know what it is. Okay, so these drawers over here are actually... Boy, this is horrible content. So the first 2 rows here are the 64s, and then this last one is a 24. I didn't want to put any more in because it's just getting tight through here. Plus, I can still get the drawers open over here. Which is interesting because now I had somebody contact me. They left a comment on my previous vlog. They said that you can order replacement keys. There's a number printed on these. And so I'm like, really? So I looked, and sure enough, there is a number in here. And since I know the same key opened them all up, I just said, well, I don't have to get to the one that's buried. I can get to this one. Looked it up, found a place online, and I ordered 2 keys. So I'm very thankful for that. Hopefully those arrive and they actually work. But yeah, I'm happy about that. I will probably have to find homes for this stuff, at least temporarily. The table will get folded down. That was just basically the workspace for going through and cutting the dividers off. As you can see, we've got this big pile of dividers right there. So we pulled dividers off. And apparently, one of the last drawers that they pulled, there was a few pieces in it. So there's these dark green plates, 2x8 and one 2x6 that I have to add to my inventory now. And I have no idea if they were new or used, so they're used. So that's okay. Some free parts, always a good thing. And then let's see. I need to find homes for all this stuff. Now the rolling cart, not a problem. Rolling cart, not a problem. So it really comes down to this table. I think what I might do is I might go in and actually find homes for these few items here, because these aren't going to be in inventory, or they're not how I've set up the inventory. So I need to just get rid of that unit. And then just a bunch of other things here under the table. It's mostly packing material. A lot of it's going to find homes over here. I probably also need to clear this stack of stuff. But again, we've got rolling carts. Like I rolled that cart way over there. It was here. It's probably going to roll back this direction. So over here is probably going to get full. And that's, a temporary thing until I could get this thing done. I still also have to figure out exactly how far over it's going. And that'll be done once I clear this out. I will play with my pick cart and see what I think. But yeah, that's what I've got going on over here. They also, because they were almost done, or getting pretty close to done when I went to the post office, I had this box up here of minifigures, and they basically filed those for me. So this is no longer needed here. We'll take it over to Ben's area. I have not heard from Ben this week yet as to when he will be by. I'm going to guess tomorrow, maybe Thursday, but we'll see. Yeah, it's just going to be a whirlwind of activity all the way around, I think. So yeah, but that's what I got. I have some more stuff I have to do upstairs to prepare for him tomorrow, because like I said before, he's going to be doing a couple of smaller projects upstairs, and then buying materials for this, and then working on creating the parts at home, and then he will bring them back to assemble. Because we were delayed the one day, and of course we had the holiday, we're getting started on Wednesday, I really don't think that we're going to be able to assemble this week. It's probably going to be Monday or Tuesday next week. It would be really nice if we could get it done on Friday, but I really don't think that's going to happen. We shall see, though. Yeah, so that's all I got. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below. Sorry I didn't show the orders. They just kept rolling in, and I had both of the people that were helping here sitting, and I just didn't want to have them constantly moving so I could take video, so it's okay. Yeah, we will see what we get up to going forward, but yeah, I need to take a little bit of a breather as well. I think a little bit of a non-stop today, and yeah, we'll see what we get up to. Thank you. Hello, it is later on Tuesday, and I haven't really done much down here, but I did just pull an order. Not a particularly large order, but they got these parts in new. The trans red 1x2 bricks. They also got some of the trans red 1x2 bricks in used. They got some of these light bricks that have the crystal type thing on the front still. So I guess you can get them without. 3 different color transparent cones. The trans neon orange, trans red, and trans neon green back there. They got some of these antenna, small little levers, whip antennas, some of these balloon tires, some printed pieces, just a little bit of this and a little bit of that. So we're going to get this packed up and ready to go. I did run into a slight problem. These whip antennas. There was, a lot of them in half of a large drawer, which I don't think this was actually the problem. But there was also a lot of these spider webs, and I couldn't get the drawer open. So it took me a bit to, I took a few out from the front that I could get to and whatnot. So we're going to need to move those spider webs to somewhere else because they're just, it's too tall to fit in the drawer appropriately. So now I'm going to pack this up. I'm going to take care of that drawer. I've got some moving of stuff to do as well, and I'll do that. And then we'll be ready for the next order. As always, thank you. Hello. It is Wednesday evening, and so much has happened today. Although it could have been more. I got up early for the carpenter, and he was not done yet with his prior job, so he had to delay again. So he said tomorrow, on Thursday by 11 a.m. So, yeah, we'll do this again tomorrow. But I did have Ben here and someone else helping today, and boy, did we get a lot done. So we're going to turn around, and so, look. This table is here just because, well, I can break it down anytime. I was just going through the stuff that we saved, minifigure parts, animals, stuff like that, printed pieces, expensive things, that sort of thing, and sorting it a little bit further. We got rid of all this other stuff that was over here. And I say got rid of, and most of it was kept, just moved around. The other table is gone. This is the box of new bags, still sealed from Lego sets. These two carts have just been rolling around, so we have a lot of room through here. We still have room over here at the table, which is nice. What else do we do? So, all that taken care of. We even created some more room through here. Not much got put over by the stairs, but a couple of things did. Like that. And so we did all that, and we still had some time left. And so the other person and I, we parted out a set. And we were so efficient that we made some mistakes, because it had been a while since I parted out a set. But the boxes for it, all gone. We've sent them to recycling. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to where the instructions are, because I know where those are. They're up in this tote up here. AA001. Put this down here, open it up, and reach down to the bottom. And this is the set. It's the Harry Potter 76441. It's this year. It came out this year. And I got it on clearance for whatever reason at Walmart. I think I paid $10 a piece for them. And I bought 10. So not bad. Spent $100 on it. And the value, once parted out, was like closing in on $500. So I'll take it. Let's see. What else has happened? So, and then all those parts got put away. So you see a lot of new stuff has been pushed in on this side. Not so much on this side. So there was probably a lot of new parts for it, which was good, as opposed to getting added to other lots. Ben worked on his stuff. I don't think he uploaded anything. But let's go take a look at his area. I know he's been pretty diligent about trying to get through some stuff over here. But the big thing is we're waiting for the new floater unit before he can put a lot of stuff away, because he has files for this stuff ready to go. But there's just no home for it. He's been working on some printed and stickered pieces, as you can see. So that's taking up some time of his. He's making piles over there. I am also working on orders. I had 3 orders today that I pulled, and they are still sitting over here. I have not started packaging them up yet. I wanted to wait and take some video. This order here, these are the new parts, kind of spread out a little bit. And then 2 trays of used parts. No, we condensed it to 1 tray of used parts. However, this order here, much larger. Still not a lot of new parts, but a little bit more. And then 3 trays of used parts. That one here. That one here. And then this one back here. So all sorts of parts. That's going to take a while to pull, or to pack. These 2 orders here, well, technically the third one too, took me an hour to pull. because it was 59.5 minutes to pull the first 2 orders or so, and then it took me under a minute to pull that because it's just one set of short legs in black and then that skeleton. That was it. So we're going to get these orders out tomorrow. Also, I received 2 orders from Bricks Rock, which are basically one order because he just does them in batches. And that is over 3,000 parts. And that's going to take a little bit of time. So luckily he's not in a rush to get them. He also had messaged me about some other pieces. This was one of them, the Brickhead's eyes pieces. So there we go. There's a few of those there. And then also, was it? Oh, 1x1 round black plate, which I pulled some from the tote of sorted plate that came from the store that I just bought, and counted out how many he needed to add them to the store, and then he added it to his second order today. So yeah, I got a big order tomorrow that I'll have to start dealing with, or just kind of wait, because I mean, I know I'll be seeing him on Monday for the lug meeting, so I might just wait and deliver it at that point. We'll see. It depends on how busy I am. But today is the 3rd of September, and I've already had 15 orders. So it has been a very busy few days. And so now I'm wondering, is this how it's going to be going forward? Because I have such a high part and lot count, am I just going to start to be busier with orders, which is great, but it's going to cut down on time to do other things. So I have to kind of start balancing, like, what am I going to do when, and that sort of thing. So yeah, it's challenging. But for the time being, we are going to cut it. So I've been just rambling a bit. I do have some stuff I have to take care of. There's a couple of pieces here that came out of 2Z drawers, and now there's one of. They have to move, and then these 2, I believe, are down to 2, so they have to be put in a 2Z drawer, maybe a 1Z drawer. I have to double check. So I have to deal with that. But yeah, we're still moving forward with everything. I'm very happy about that. And we'll come back with an update tomorrow. Tomorrow will be the last update of the week, and then we'll have the vlog come out on Friday. And because of the additional delay with the Carpenter, I'm not expecting anything down here to be visible until next week. So it'll be next week's vlog, hopefully, but it'll hopefully start and finish next week, as opposed to maybe going across 2 different vlogs. I'm going to take him down here and I'm going to ask, like, are these totes going to be in the way? Because I can move those, and then, you know, how are we doing on space on the other side? And a lot of this stuff is going to, when he's down here working, I'm just going to roll and move all this stuff out of the way. Probably just, you know, shove it over here or down the aisles or something like that. It doesn't have to be anywhere specific, because I won't probably be down here dealing with anything. I'll just be letting him do what he needs to do, so I can move stuff out of the way. But yeah, that's what I got. Thank you very much, and if you've got any questions, please leave them down below. And I'd also like a shout out, and I should have probably checked ahead of time, but I just thought of it. Somebody commented on my last video about the locks on these cabinets, that you can look them up by number. Like, there's a number on the lock, and then you can order them online. I'm like, huh, really? So I looked, and I'm like, well, sure enough, there's a number. So I took the number, and I looked it up online, and found a place where I could order them. So I ordered 2 keys, because it was the same shipping cost, and so I ordered 2 keys plus shipping under $20. So, you know, we'll see if they work when they get here. Now this drawer, this one opens, so I bought a key for the one that opens, but I know the key that I had opened up all of them, so my guess is it should just open up all of them. And then yeah, we'll start working on that. The instructions will start to have a home. I have to start working on making a list of the stickers that I'm going to need to have made. So I need to work on that. I might work on that tonight, because that's a nice sit-down type thing. And yeah, so here we are. We're like 8.5 minutes into this particular section. I've gone on long enough. Thank you. Hello. We are back over here in the store again. And some updates. First of all, my carpenter had to cancel again. He's just been really slowed down by his previous job. It's running into problems with it, so he's now hoping for Saturday. So I have a reprieve tomorrow on Friday, hopefully on Saturday. But I've been making good use of the time, because I was up by about 10:30, which for many people is very late, but for me is starting to get earlier. And started working on orders. I packed up the 3 that I already pulled. That's over here. And then I pulled 3 more. So this is the first order here. And we do have some parts underneath. that are new. Just a couple. I'll probably be able to just get that packed into one. They're getting a tile. And then this one here is 2 levels of used parts. Got some accessories back there. These cool printed phone slopes as well. They bought, I think, all the ones I had, because they bought the only black in that drawer and the only red in the other drawer. So there you go. Only one minifigure. And then some other parts. They got a bunch of these finger pieces, the finger hinges, so that's kind of cool. One of the hoses back there. So yeah, we'll get this order out. This order here, a lot of accessory type stuff. So there's a lot of accessories: a sword, boomerang, guitar, umbrella. This apparently is a what did they call it? Saw blade, I guess. And they call it a weapon. I'm like, that could be a tool. You're cutting through wood. They're getting a tile too. Some other minifigure accessories and used. We got a cape, so we'll put that in a cape box. Some batarangs, some bat cowls, some bat symbols back there. So it's kind of a batty order. Bad joke. Other accessories, I got like the slingshot and a basket and a hip bag and some compound bows back there, and all the wands I had in the drawer that they were in for the trans dark pink and the trans neon green. So yeah. Oh, and I also got the green walkie-talkie. And then down here, the last order, a little bit smaller, but no less important. 1 head new, 6 of these masts new, and then that 1 large plate. So that's going to be interesting to bag it up. I mean, that's going to go in a tiny bag, probably with the tile. And then this stuff is probably going to go in something fairly large. And then over here, used, I got 4 figures. And then a couple of tricorns and another Imperial hat. And then just a couple of random pieces, a couple of tiles, a few heads, and then some 1x1 round bricks, and then that window insert or shutter insert. So there you go. We will get these packed up and then work on pulling the next 2 that have come in. So yeah, I'm going to be busy all day. I do have help coming in a couple hours, so we will get that underway. They are my Bionicle person, so they're probably going to work on Bionicle stuff, which is over here still. The box has actually been moved. I'm trying to remember where we moved it to. Yeah, we'll have to find the Bionicle boxes. I don't remember where it got put. It's probably down here somewhere, maybe. I don't know. We'll find it. In any case, that's what I got going on, and we'll come back with some more updates later on when we get to the next stage. Thank you. Hello again. I am back. I had to find the Bionicle because it was bugging me, and the box is moved over here, so that's easy to grab and move over. And there was one other thing too. So when I was pulling those last 3 orders, I had a problem, and I've been having less problems, which is good. I did some cleanup on some stuff, but I think this was an odd one. So let's see. Yeah, this order here, they ordered 2 of this. And it's kind of hard to see, but it's a window, but it's got a little like a square area in the middle at the top there that's different. It's not completely flat, and as you can see, it's got some thickness to it as well. And when I went to the drawer, it was not there. These were there. So this is the right color, but the wrong piece. So yeah, I had to go digging through my windows and doors bin and found them. And they had bought 2 and I had 3 in the drawer. So I actually found enough to put 1 back in the drawer. So it is accurate now. But I have to make a note to people here to just be careful. And I don't know if it was something Ben uploaded or something one of the other people uploaded, because it was part of the store I bought and it was misidentified at that point. I'm not really sure. But in any case, we got that taken care of, and that's another good thing for having all the backlog that I've got. Oftentimes I can find missing pieces. And so now, time to pack these orders up finally. Thank you. Hello, we're back again a little bit later on Thursday. My help will be here in about 15 minutes. But I have time to make a little video clip. I've got the next 3 orders taken care of, so there are 6 in there now. And I have 2 more pulled. This top one, not a lot new, simple parts, and more on the used. I think probably the dark orange wedge piece is probably the most interesting one. Nothing else particularly interesting across the board. Just regular everyday stuff. Well, they did get a sign in dark red, not dark red, British brown. Brain, not engaging. So we did get that. Second order, this is for somebody in the lug. And they got these. Those are kind of cool. They got the bar with the stop ring in the middle. Over here, they got some small little bar with bar holders with clips. Lightsaber hilts. These pieces, which are kind of neat. They got 8 of them. I only had 8. Let's get the printing on it. Some long white axles. I believe these are 10 long. They got a medium orange tile. And that might be for a color chart. I know he's working on a color chart. And generally, standard other pieces. So we're going to get this stuff ready to go. This one will get picked up, and this one will get shipped. And that's all we got right now. Thank you very much. Well, we're back just a couple of moments later, and I've been double checking the orders to make sure they're right. And these axles are not 10 long, they're 12 long. There were 10 of them, but they are 12 long. And so I thought I'd mention that. And that's it. Thank you. Hello again. It's later on Thursday, and my help has left, and I've had something to eat. And we're going to talk about what happened. And so late in the evening, while my help was still here, I finished up other things I was doing. So I started going through this tote of better parts that we'd sorted from these totes, and I was just sorting it a little bit. I want to get Ben the minifigure parts, which is here, minifigures and animals and stuff like that. And then this is accessories. Right now that's wheels, tires, and then like lerps and burps, that sort of thing. And I will probably get another container and just put stickered and printed pieces in them. And then I'll have another one of like other pieces, because there's stuff that it won't fall into any of those categories. So that's what I was doing. But what did I do before that? Well, I pulled that large order for Bricks Rock. So here's one of the cases of their pieces. And there's just a ton of pieces. Almost 3,100 pieces. This is also a case of their pieces. And that's not all. There's a third one over here. It's just not as full. So yeah, just all sorts of parts ready to go out. What did my help get up to today? Well, they are my Bionicle person, so they started going through more of that box of Bionicle. We've got a bag of disassembled parts that is probably just going to be listable at some point. These are other Bionicle sets that are still together that he needs to check to see if they need to be taken apart for sale that way, or if they're worth trying to get whole again. And then we have these two sets over here, which I can't 100% tell you what they are, but both of these sets are complete, and we will probably try to sell them as complete sets at some point. Now, whether or not I do that on Bricklink or if they go through Bricks Rock, I'm not certain. I also might hold them for a little while and see if I can, once we get to the point where I can start sorting instructions, see if we have instructions for them, because that's always a bonus too. So yeah, that is what's going on here. And still, I did have to pull out a box that I had put away that had some packing material in it. So, but still, we've got this cart unrolling, this cart is rolling, that cart is rolling, that cart is rolling. So we got these two boxes here that aren't rolling. It's possible that box over there and that tote might be in the way. And then over here, the table, I think what it will do is I will clear off the table, clearly, before the assembly of the new floater happens. But I'll probably just turn the table so he can use that to put things down on or whatever, because he might need space like that. All these other totes and things like that will move as well. And then this pile of totes might have to move. I don't know. We will see. But yeah, that's what we got going on. I'm probably going to do more of this sorting type stuff. Just because I do find it relaxes me and I get to see the cool parts. And I didn't see all of these parts because other people were helping me with this at a couple of points. So there's going to be some surprises in there as well. So that's what I got going on. Tomorrow we will make a trip to Bricks Rock to deliver these orders. I also have another order that has come in. I believe that's the 21st order in the first 4 days of September, because it's still the 4th. It's not even the 5th yet. So yeah, it's been quite brisk. I'm just wondering if it will slow down or not. We will see. But yeah, I'm going to make a trip to Bricks Rock tomorrow to deliver these, and then we will see what else I might have to deal with tomorrow as well. But I'm not expecting any help, and the carpenter said he might be by Saturday, so I'm not expecting anybody by, so it should be a pretty easy morning for me here. Anyway, we're going to cut it right there, and we'll be back with another update tomorrow. Thank you. Hello, it is Friday, and the vlog is not going out today. It'll go out tomorrow, mainly because I was not feeling well. I was feeling a little dizzy earlier, and some things are moving a little slower than they should be, but I got to get to stuff. I pulled this order late last night. We've got these two new dishes that I've already packed into a zip bag, and I put a small piece of bubble between them so it didn't scratch either one of them. And over here, just these parts and some big plates. That's probably the star of the show, although they got a bunch of printed pieces too, including the Mount Clutchmore one, which I thought was interesting. And I got 3 of these, like, drawer unit holders, and some clip pieces, and another raw dish. The thing that I thought was interesting is I had 4 of this, and I had to move 2 of them to the newsy drawer. And I had, I think, 2 or 3 of that. So they could have bought more used and less new, I think is what it was. Or more new and less and no used, but they did not do that. So I'm not really sure why they did that, but that's what they did. We're going to go ahead and get this packed up. I've got 2 more orders to pull after that. And then I've got to get to the post office and Bricks Rock. So I've got a lot going on. It's just later in the day. I slept way in because of my dizziness. Probably 2 to 3 hours longer than I would have normally. So, as always, thank you, and we'll see you in the next clip. Hello. So I have pulled the 2 orders, and we got them right here. New pieces. So this is a wand that was just uploaded with the Harry Potter set we parted out recently. Because I was just looking for something to do quick, and that's what we did. They also got a red infinity stone. Just a single one right there. Some legs on some other random pieces. This is interesting. They bought both the light aqua and the dark turquoise 1x1 round tile. They kind of look good together. They're complementary colors, I think. Or I think that's what that's called. I think they look good. And these are the used parts they bought. They bought an orange and a blue infinity stone back here. These 3 energy effects. A couple of Wolverine style claws. The string that's basically used for Spider-Man so he can hold on to it at different points, plus a chain. That was kind of interesting. They got a Spider-Man, the web effect type thing there. On some random other plates and stuff. Lots of oranges, the trans orange and then the bright light orange. And Emmett, which because of his suit color, I wonder if this is stuff that's going to be going to an Emmett mock. These are kind of neat too. These are the larger 4x4 round tiles. So that's really cool. Second order, very small. They got some hoses, a couple of these Technic ball joint things in light gray, and then a skeleton and a couple of life vests. I think the life vest is a little late for the skeleton, and a pair of legs. And that's it. So we're going to get these 2 packed up and ready to go, and then probably head off to the post office and Bricks Rock. Thank you.